We surveyed over 150 women about men's grooming. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a pretty fun video for you. Probably one of the most fun things I've done here. We surveyed over 150 women about men's grooming. We asked some questions about hair, beard, fragrance, manscaping, leg hair, chest hair, the whole lot. Yeah, we just asked them a few questions, wanted to see what their preferences were. And we're here today to report on the results.
Guys, we're doing fun content like this all the time, so if it sounds like something that you would like, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. And let's see what the girlies have to say.
And just before we get into it, I just want to say a quick PSA. Don't take these results too literally. Don't go switch up your whole look based off what 150 girls say. Wear what makes you feel confident and be true to yourself.
When it comes to hair, there's no doubt that different hairstyles will suit different people. But nonetheless, that was not going to stop us from asking the questions. And first off, we asked them if they preferred short or long hair. And by looking at the results, I'm sorry, Dean, you're going to have to
Come on, the locks is where it's at.
84% of the females preferred the short hair, as opposed to 16% who did prefer the longer hair.
The 16% are the real ones, we all know it.
And that leads us to our second question for hair, where we asked if they preferred straight or curly. And looking at the results, 60% of the females preferred the straight hair, as opposed to 40% who preferred the curls.
I think that's official, and curls don't necessarily get the girls then. Is that correct? When it comes to that question, I'm not being salty, but I do think it does come down to, what haircut fits your head shape better. But it does seem that women are more inclined to the classic short straight haired guy. Alright guys, now the second question we asked was in regards to facial hair, and we broke it down into 3 categories. We had clean shaven, stubble and full beard. Which did the females prefer? And it seems that stubble came out on top with 58% preferring that, 29% with clean shaven, and only 13% with full beard. Now what I've gathered with this is that if you get a full beard, you kind of run the risk of looking untidy. And if you're clean shaven, you might run the risk of looking like a bit of a baby face. So stubble seems like it's the perfect middle ground for that. But how about you read out some of these key comments?
Alrighty, so here are some comments from some of the females. One on clean shaven. I think beards look a bit dirty. Clean shaven looks better on guys with good faces. It's more polished and presentable.
You wouldn't want to have a beard with that woman.
No. Another one on stubble. She said, stubble is masculine, it's manly, but not overpowering and doesn't look dirty. Clean shaven looks too baby-faced. And the last one, we've got a comment on full beard. I just feel like having a beard changes the face so much. Makes a man look mature, smart and sophisticated, but it has to be well maintained. So the next question was for chest hair, and we asked them what level of chest hair they prefer, and that was out of clean shaven, medium or heavy. And the results show that 62% preferred the clean shaven, 38% preferred the medium, and a whopping 0% like the heavy. And here are some comments from the ladies.
A girl says, I don't mind hair, but on the chest is a no. If the body is nice and ripped, why hide it behind the bush? Another said on medium chest hair, long chest hair is gross and appears unhygienic. Trimmed, however, allows for a nice combination of masculinity and cleanliness. Alright, now leg hair. Do girls really care? So we went with shaving legs. Is it attractive, unattractive, or no preference? And I guess as you can imagine with wording that question like that, 60% of females said that they have no preference with the leg hair you shave. However, 18% said it was attractive, while 22% said it was unattractive. Read the comments, Des.
Alright, so a female that found shaved legs attractive said that she loves it when a boy has shaved legs. It makes their legs look much nicer. And then a female who found shaved legs unattractive said that it looks unnatural, and she just prefers that guys don't fixate on their looks so much. And then the final one, we have a female who has no preference, and she said, I'm not fussed at all about leg hair. I personally think if they have hair on their legs, that is normal. But some people shave it off, and I think it looks good too.
Alright, next was nail care. Now, we asked females what they thought about men who manicure. And I just want to say, I hate the word manicure. I hate when we use the word manicure here. Manicuring is just nail care, guys. It's just clipping your nails, making sure that they're not, long and disgusting. However, we did beg the question, and here were the results. 42% found it attractive, 12% found it unattractive, while 46% had no preference. Now, if we move to the comments, one woman who said they found it attractive was that it's nice to see they put effort into their appearance. They're attractive because they show initiative in self-care activities, which is so important. Someone who said unattractive, look, I don't like them dirty under the nails, but if they take care too much, I don't like that either. I wouldn't want to see them in a nail salon. Fair enough. No preference. It seems to be feminine in theory, but visually, if a guy has gross, bitten down fingers, it is a bit ill.
So with a few of the females saying that it's unattractive because it's with the stigma that it's too feminine, a large portion says that it is attractive and that it's, the general consensus, if they are clean and they are clipped, then you're all up to standard. Alright, so next up we asked the females what their thoughts on eyebrows were, whether they were attractive, unattractive, or if they had no preference. And the results showed that 53% had no preference, 15% found it unattractive, and 32% found it attractive. So it's pretty interesting to see what the females think about the eyebrows. Let's have a look at some comments.
Alright, so a female who found men who clean up their eyebrows attractive said that a clean up of the eyebrows allows a man to show that they take care of themselves. I can't say I love a full shape and all that, but a clean up's attractive, which I couldn't agree more with. So a female who found that unattractive said, if it is noticeable that a man does his eyebrows and that is extremely unattractive, subtle tweezing and grooming is always good though. Pretty similar to the above one. And then a girl who's had no preference said, if they're heaps bushy, probably a good idea to clean up. But otherwise, they're fine if they weren't touched up. So I guess the general consensus is, if you have a monobrow, then it's probably time to get the tweezers out. But other than that, an eyebrows, it doesn't seem like a high priority spot to groom when it comes to women. So, maybe a pluck here or there would do the good.
So the next question we asked is what level of pubic hair they prefer in their partner. And that was out of clean shaven, trim, or natural. Now, 48% preferred clean shaven, 49% preferred trimmed, and 3% preferred natural. Now, what we can take from this is that the natural guys don't get a lot of love out here, but it is pretty evenly split between the trimmed and the clean shaven. So let's see what the ladies have to say.
Alright, this is the best bit. So, a spokeswoman for the clean shaven community said it shows initiative in caring for not only themselves, but for their partner's experience. Which, I couldn't agree more with that. Trimmed said, natural is too much hair. Trimmed is a good middle ground as it's clean but masculine. I find clean shaven can kind of look weird. Fair enough. So someone who preferred natural said that there shouldn't be a need for pubic hair to be removed. Also, way fewer rashes with the hair there during sex. Which, fair enough too. So I guess what we can kind of extrapolate from this is, while some girls, they don't really mind the more free approach of natural growth, it is only a small minority, and the majority of ladies will expect you to maintain your grooming standards downstairs. Alright, now let's tackle grooming as a whole. Now, one question we asked was, what 3 types of grooming is most important to you in a partner? Now, before I answer this, I want to ask Des, what do you reckon the top 3 were in this? So we broke it down by head and facial hair, pubic hair, body hair, nail care, and nose and ear hair. What do you reckon? What do you reckon the first one is?
I'd say hair is number
one.
You
got it right, yeah. So Jerome was right. Facial hair and head hair was number 1 with 88% of it saying it is in their top 3. 68% said pubic hair at second, and 43% said body hair at third, with nail care and nose and ear hair coming in around the mid-30s in 4th and 5th place.
So the next question for the overall grooming was, what's the 3 most important parts of a man's presentation? Coming in at number 1, we actually have scent at 83%.
Okay, I could see that.
Second, we have clothing at 75%. Third, we have teeth at 62%. Fourth, we have hairstyling at 42%. At 5th, we have facial hair at 26%. And lucky last, we have skin at 24%.
And lastly, probably the most important one of the survey, we just asked, plain and simple, is a man who grooms himself attractive? unattractive, or no preference. And overwhelmingly attractive was top spot. 89% of women said that a man who grooms himself is attractive. So that's it, guys. The proof is obviously in the pudding. With 0% saying unattractive and 11% saying they have no preference. But no point hearing it from me. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. What do the girls have to say, Des?
Alrighty. So we have a few comments here of why it is attractive. The first one being, because if a man is well groomed, I would say it says a lot about their character. If they care about their appearance to be presentable to others, then it shows that they put effort and care into things in life. Which I think is fair enough. Pretty well said. Another female said that grooming allows for a sense of pride and therefore emulates confidence, which in turn is an attractive quality. An absence of grooming would imply a lack of basic hygiene and care of presentation. And the last one, who actually said no preference, said that this is dependent upon the extent of the grooming. For hygienic purposes and those minimal efforts to look cleaner and sharper are viewed as attractive. However, guys that over-groom themselves by shaving their entire body, their eyebrows, looking over manicured, etc. is personally unattractive. Which, I mean, each to their own, but it's a good point.
Yeah, look, guys, I think that last question kind of encapsulates what we're really doing here and just men's grooming in general. You don't need to have that 20, 30, 40 step routine from head to toe to make sure, you're polished all over. That can be quite, extensive. Look, each to their own, but it's just about the basics, making sure your skin's good, making sure your hair's good, you're presenting yourself nicely when you go out into the world. That's really the main importance of, or the main message that we're trying to portray here. But yeah, to conclude this, I think it's fair to say, different strokes for different folks. Keep doing you. Whatever makes you feel confident and comfortable in the end of the day is what's best. And if you like this video, please hit like, please subscribe. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one, guys.
Peace.
Peace.